Hi, this is Thomas Swaak, Philips Innovation Services. Change management hacks. Hack number 3. Worries, fears, and hopes are actually building blocks for a successful transformation. Let me repeat that for you. Worries, fears, and hopes are actually building blocks for a successful transformation. Now let me explain how that works. Once you've shared with a group of stakeholders what the change is, where it's heading, and what needs to be done, you give them a chance to start processing that from the point of view of their fears and hopes. You put a big brown paper on the wall, divide it into 3 columns: hopes, fears, and an empty column. Next comes a very important thing. This happens in silence. People get Post-its and they write down their top 1 or 2 hopes, their top 1 or 2 fears, and they put them in the columns. No speaking until the columns are filled. Then the group moves from the columns from the left to the right, and we look at the hopes, see if we can categorize those. What are the 2 main hopes that people actually have? We look at the fears, see if we can categorize those, the top 2 or 3 fears. Right? This happens in discussion. Next, we do another brainstorming session with the Post-its in silence, where people write down what they think needs to happen to address those top 2 or 3 fears, and how the hopes can actually be used in the project. Those are put in the right-hand column. And again, you do an exercise where you categorize answers and see if you can come up with a top 2 or 3. Needs to be well facilitated. Now, once you've done this, you get 3 things. You get a group of people who feel taken seriously. You get a group of people engaged in solving the problems they've raised themselves. And you get the basis for your first feedback loop, because in 2 weeks' time, the owners of the solutions that you came up with can actually report back to the group what they've done and check in as to whether they're really working. Hopes, fears, and worries are really building blocks for a successful transformation. This was Thomas Swaak, Philips Innovation Services, Change Management Hacks. Let me know what you think.